This is one of the best selling electric cars in Europe, and it's actually pretty good. But we've just seen the price of this electric hatchback here in Australia and in some other countries as well, and it's wow. I mean, it's expensive, especially when we've just seen the price today of a bigger car, but definitely a rival, the Geely EX5. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Last year, the Peugeot E-208. It was, for quite a few months of the year, the best-selling electric car in Europe. Peugeot is ramping up its electric car plans, and it's planning on selling this new 2025 Peugeot E-208 City Hatch. Pricing has been revealed. It's $5,000 cheaper than a Tesla Model 3, meaning it costs 50,000 Australian dollars. So it's about 32,000 US dollars. But it has, well, for $50,000, it has only 331 kilometers of range. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like Peugeot doesn't actually want to sell them. For that money, you get a 51 kilowatt hour battery putting out, well, the motor is capable of 115 kilowatt and 260 newton meters. Very, very small amount of power, to be honest, for an electric car. Front wheel drive. Dimensions, pretty similar size to a bit smaller than a BYD Dolphin. So, I mean, it's not a very big car. It's got a relatively small boot as well. It's a 309 litre boot space. It's probably about the same size as a Toyota Corolla in terms of interior space. You get 17-inch wheels, interior ambient lighting, keyless entry, push button start, Alcantara seat trim, partly. That's nice. A digital instrument cluster. Now, apparently this is the GT version of the car. Pretty low on power for a GT, if you ask me. In terms of safety, it has a lane departure warning, blind spot monitor, front and rear parking sensors, and front and rear cameras. Pretty standard, to be honest, on most cars these days. Very exclusive event here in Newcastle. Saturday, the 15th of March from 3 to 5 p.m. I'll be speaking here with just a couple of other speakers. Very small event. So you can meet me in person. You can actually have a look at my EV as well, the Xpeng G6. Test that out. I'll put a link in the description below to the event. I believe that the tickets will probably sell out very, very quickly. So if you're from Sydney, from Brisbane, from Newcastle, make sure you click on that link as quickly as possible to get in. I think there's only around 30 tickets left at this point in time. I'll put that link in the description and I'll see you there. So as you can see, price is pretty expensive. I mean, a Tesla Model Y, the old version, the probably new version soon, is about 6,000 Australian dollars more expensive. So it's about 4,000 US dollars more expensive than one of these, but it's like literally twice the size in terms of boot space and interior space. Then your Xpeng G6, you can get one of those for $55,000. The Geely EX5 is $41,000. Geely EX5 is more than $9,000 cheaper than this. It has about 100 kilometers more range. It has a proper big size interior. Peugeot, why did they bother with this car? I don't really understand it. Surely people won't pay this kind of money for it when there's so many other better cars that are cheaper or about the same price. But maybe, guys, I can be thick-headed sometimes. It is true. Maybe I'm missing something. What am I missing? Let me know in the comments. This is the new Peugeot 208 electric hatchback. Many countries won't be ordering the internal combustion engine version. They're going to go EV only. Australia is one of those countries, but there are different variants of this car. I'll talk about the EV version for the sake of this video. So if you're interested in the petrol or the hybrid versions, this is not the right video for you. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sam Evans. I'm the Electric Viking. You're probably thinking it looks like a car you've already seen before, because it is. This is the refreshed mid-cycle update of the existing, very well selling, it's a good selling vehicle in Europe, Peugeot E-208 electric hatchback. It sells well because it looks good and it's fairly well priced in Europe. I mean, not groundbreakingly priced, but pretty good. The Peugeot E-208 was first revealed in 2019. Unfortunately, that was when we first discovered the fact that it is built on a platform which is intended for all different kinds of cars. There is a hybrid version. Like I said before, there's a gasoline powered version. There's, a mild hybrid version. So there's basically 4 different versions of this car. That's the reason why it's not a ground up electric car. It's therefore a bit heavier than what I think it should be or could be. And it's probably also the reason why it's fairly expensive. How much is it? Well, before we get to that, what are the actual details? First of all, yes, it's coming to Australia, America. I don't think you guys are going to get it. Europe, yes, all around Europe. The UK, yes. Canada, don't think so. What battery pack does it have? It's not a lithium iron phosphate pack. It's an NCM chemistry battery pack, so lithium ion chemistry battery pack. And it has a size of 51 kilowatt hours. That gives it a range on the WLTP cycle of 250 miles or 400 kilometers, meaning it's got a bit more range than 3 of its tough competition in base model form in Australia. But if you go to the mid-spec form of those cars, then basically it's got a bit less range. So what am I talking about there? Well, there's 3 different electric cars on sale in Australia now in a number of different countries that undercut this car on price, and they're bigger. The MG4, that's on sale in Europe. The BYD Dolphin, that's just about to go on sale in Europe. The Great Wall Motors Aura, that is about to go on sale in Europe as well. And all of them will be cheaper than this. They're not maybe as good looking as this car is. In fact, definitely not in my opinion. But the question is, do you prefer style or substance? Now, what do I mean by substance? Well, what I mean is this. The price of this car is around 60,000 Australian dollars. That's around about 41,000 US dollars. It's not cheap. And considering the range, it's not bad. It's 400 kilometers of range, like I said, 248 miles. For the money you're paying, there's definitely better options. That said, if you love the look of this car, go right ahead. It's actually pretty cool. Charging speed is 100 kilowatt with a DC fast charger, and it can charge from 20 to 80% in less than 25 minutes, says Peugeot. Apparently, you can actually pay a little bit more and option 11 kilowatt charging speed, but of course, you need 3-phase power to get 11 kilowatt charging speed at home. And now, as you can see, it does look refreshed on the inside and the out. The inside, in my opinion, looks okay. I don't think it looks amazing. Some Peugeots look really, really cool on the inside. I don't believe this is one of them. The outside, though, is very cute, very sexy little car. But that's what I think. Let me know if you agree or you disagree in the comments. What about infotainment? It comes with 2 digital screens, one for the driver and one, of course, for the middle of the dashboard. They're both 10 inches in size. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto standard. And apparently the infotainment system can receive software updates over the air. All manufacturers say that, but they don't usually actually deliver on their promises when it comes to over the air updates.